Looks baggy.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sorry we're late. We're running on Puppet Teen Angle Team time here a little bit. Hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday and excited for what books are coming out tomorrow. Maybe some of you don't really read comics anymore, maybe kind of fell off, but we're here to talk about the books that we're excited, and hopefully you guys get excited too. Maybe see some books that maybe you thought were kind of like, you know what, maybe I'll give that a shot, because that's my whole goal, is to get you guys brainwashed to buy more DC comic books.
That's right. Support your local LCS people.
That's true. That's true. If you even if you aren't excited about what's coming out this week, you can always be excited about what came out 30, 40 years ago. Because
there you go. Back issues
are always great. If I've learned, especially I just recently discovered the past year is post DC Crisis. I never really went about Reddit or people talk about, oh, I love Crisis and Infinite Earths, and but I never really heard anybody talk about post DC Crisis, like, the stories. Here and there we get some people to talk about it, but mainly people brush aside. So that's my back issue binge right there, is Superman comics and the Flash by Mike Barron. So check those out too. But let's get into what we're going to be getting into tonight. But before, I guess I should say hello.
Sounds like the beginning is a very good place to start.
Yes. We'll start at the end, though.
Okay.
Good night.
No,
I just want to quickly say hello to Marania, hello to Ed Brewer, and hello to Undead Quinn. Thank you for joining us tonight.
What's up, guys?
And anybody else who might be watching and not commenting.
Yeah,
commentary is not, obligation.
Or if you're watching this on the replay, if we're recording this, hello to you, random person watching this. I hope you're having a great time. We love the random people.
Yes. They're awesome. All right, I'm going to share my screen, and we'll just jump right into this little stream deck here.
That's right. And while he's getting that set up, we are using the website League of Comic Geeks is the one we go to. So this one right here that you see pulled up on a screen, this is a website, list all the upcoming comics of the week. They list them according to the popularity of the issues on their site. So it might not necessarily be the case nationwide. It's only, designed really for their member population. But it gives you a pretty good idea of what's, being looked forward to the most. But yeah, this is what we use to. I know I have an account there. RDD has one there, and you can actually, select which titles or which issues you want to pull, and it helps you organize and have this little pull list. And it'll even tell you, it'll tell you how much you'll spend at the LCS getting your pulled titles every week. Which I like. It's kind of handy.
The other nifty thing about this is that it also has a phone app for Android.
Yeah.
And for iPhone.
Yeah.
Which it really is great, because I'll create my pull list. So I know what's coming out this week, and I'll go into the store, and as soon as I find the issue, I add it on to, there's a little thing that says add to your collection, and I add it to it, and it shows. So I want to go back to the store. It's like, wait, do I have this issue? I look in there, I go through my phone, and I find out that it's actually, okay, I have this issue.
It's really handy to keep.
And it also shows the variant covers too. So, and I know some people are now like, oh, I hate variants. It's another way to cash grab, but I like the connecting covers. Walking Dead does a lot of connecting covers.
Yeah. Variants can be fun. They really should pay us for shilling for them like this. League of Comic Geeks.
I wish I was paid for shilling, but I just shill for my own stuff, and I shill for free. It's cool. So, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
I'll go first. I know I was over on Extreme Movie Show. You got to go first.
And also this week you do not get top billing, so
I'm okay not get top billing. That's okay. As long as you're not just calling me and friends, we're okay. No, I'll go ahead and
I was thinking more like guest, not friend, but I'll let you do that though.
Jeez. Okay, we're gonna start. So I'm gonna go in order, number 5 to number 1, which is the book I'm least looking forward to, up to the one I'm most looking forward to. And the one that I'm least looking forward to this week is
it's actually supposed to be like your top 5 on all your pull lists.
It is the top. Well, I only have 5 on my pull list.
You only have 5.
So there you go. My pull list has shrunk more and more over the last several months. I'm trying to conserve my budget. But yeah, number 5 on my list. It's right up there on the top row. It's the end of an era, supposedly. Justice League number 75.
I think it's the end of the era is experiment
well,
number 1.
Well, that was on my pull list actually. I was excited about Spider-Man #1 until this past week when the leaks dropped, and
Oh,
then I was like,
you should never look at leaks.
I wanted to know what I was going to spend $10 on. But yeah, Justice League 75. I have mixed. I'm actually not getting that cover. I'm getting the Todd Knock variant. It's the second row. That one right there. Yeah, that's the one I have ordered at my
Yeah.
LCS. Some of the other ones are all right. The one with all the funeral caskets seems morbid, but I really like this one. I like the framing. I like the way it has says like Martian Manhunter hasn't even been in the book, but they put him on the cover. So
That's
okay,
yeah.
why not?
But apparently this issue he does make appearance though.
He does make an appearance in this book. Actually, all of these guys do. I'm not sure about Hawk Girl. Actually, I have to double check that.
I just gotta say, if it's the death of the Justice League, I mean, I don't see Hal there.
There's no
So
Hal. Well,
and
Hal's one of the ones that survives. Hal's one of the surviving
also
members.
the fact that she doesn't have her fishnets on, she's going first.
No, I don't think she goes first. I think somebody else. I think it's.
No, I'm just
I'm
saying
not gonna say
because
who, but
if you're gonna have Zatanna not wearing fishnets, kill her off anyway. You don't need her.
oh, rip. Yeah, no, they're not even trying to hide it. They're not even trying to do a shock value thing where they kill them all. It's literally the title is Death of the Justice League. Like if they had concealed it and kept it a secret, maybe I'd have a little bit more respect for DC Comics. But it is Joshua Williamson writing it, and I do like just about everything I've read that he's written. He does seem a little bit more like a yes man for DC, but he writes good stuff. He's had the longest running, consistently good run of the Flash to date. He's written some other stuff that's been really good. So yeah,
here's all the survivors.
there you go. Yeah, there's your survivors right there. Hal Jordan right at the forefront. But yeah, no, they're apparently all dying. Is it Rafa Sandoval who's the interior artist? I think it's Rafa.
I believe so. Rafa
Yeah.
Sandoval.
Sandoval, yeah. He does really good. He does really good art. So I'm expecting a lot of really good, at least really pretty pictures inside. But yeah,
Will Jack variant.
story wise, it just doesn't make sense to me. They literally just brought Wonder Woman back from the dead like 2 issues ago.
Just to kill her off again.
Just to kill her off again. Yeah, exactly. And Joshua Williamson is saying that after this Justice League is gone, it's going to be a long time before there's a Justice League book again. Don't really know if I believe that because this is ultimately their flagship book. And they've killed off the Justice League before several times.
Jeremy Adams was over on Ralph Williams' stream earlier today. He talked about that. I'm sure watching it. And I asked him, would you ever be down to write a Justice League Beyond with Dan Jurgens? He said, hell yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
I hope, like, see, that guy is gives me hope for writing, as far as good stories, because every issue of The Flash has been great.
Yeah. Sadly, there is no Flash book this week.
It's the Avengers statue.
But yeah, I mean, really at this point, the biggest sell for me on this book is that, it's the last one I'll need for my current Justice League run collection. Like I said, it's going to have pretty art. I've seen the interiors. There are some pretty cool looking pages and splash panels, but other than that, not a whole lot I can say.
As far as the issue goes, it's pretty much the synopsis. Like, it's basically like his greatest evil darkness is come by. Yeah. And now it's only to Justice League can go against him, but will they survive? And it's just gonna lead into Dark Crisis. It's just basically it's 5G. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I can't say I'm looking forward too much to Dark Crisis. I'll probably skip it when it comes out and just wait for the trade. If the story is worth reading. I'm 50-50 on that. But I mean, it is what it is. I was telling this to RDV. I read the issue.
I read it too.
Yo-ho. But I told him, look, if you want to read a really good Justice League finale type story, go back to where Scott Snyder was writing and I think it's issue 37 or 38. Got a really great finale to his run. All of Scott Snyder's run is amazing, from issue 1 through 39. Really great stuff. That is a really good finale send off compared to this, which is.
I'm just upset because like this is what they should have said like when Bendis was coming to DC.
Yeah, that
this is what
good.
we used.
Yeah.
Ha! Crap! Everyone's dead now.
Yeah. Well, you know who the lone surviving member of the Justice League is too, huh? It's the guy. It's the guy with the movie coming out.
Well, of course it is. Well, then again, at the end, you don't really know this. Well, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're. I don't want to
right. Spoilers out because
you are right. You are right.
Hard to tell.
There might be a second. There might be a second survivor. You do make a good point. There might be. I mean,
but like I said, if you're into like watching your characters deconstructive, you know, and then just gonna have the kids are gonna save the day.
Or I will say this: if you like Custer's Last Stand type stories, you know, warriors or heroes like fighting till they die, you might get some value out of this one. There are some cool cameo appearances. They do have some cool guest appearances that pop up. Some stuff that goes back to Infinite Frontier #0. But yeah, I'm surprised this is even like I said. I'm only getting 5 books, so this is the bottom of the barrel for me.
Yeah, all these heroes are in there.
Yeah. So
that's a lot.
That's my number 5.
Like I said, it's basically if you enjoy death metal, you'll probably enjoy this too, because death metal to me was just nonsense, and this is kind of like nonsense too. We've had Crisis. Yep. So it's like, and they're just, I mean, they're not going to stay dead. They're going to be back.
Oh yeah, obviously.
You know, and if this is their way, they're just for 5G. They're going to have it just where they just have the legacy people be in charge of the Justice League for the next 50 issues or next 3 years.
Maybe.
You know,
maybe if 3 years.
It could be like a month or not a month, but I mean like
end of the summer.
End of the summer, and then
whenever Dark Crisis ends, probably.
Where those are old enough to remember reading comic books when Captain America was killed after Civil War.
Yeah, he was gone for a while. Oh my gosh,
he's dead. Not even less than a year later, he's alive.
Was it a year? I thought it was longer than that. Oh, okay.
Oh, it felt really short. He wasn't dead that long.
Yeah. Well, nobody stays dead that long. I think the longest death that I remember waiting through and hoping to see if he would come back, I think it was Nightcrawler when he died during the Messiah Complex or the Messiah War. It was a while before they brought Nightcrawler back. But anyway.
Jesse's getting a little risque in the comments over there. Jesse, you hang out with the Rawhide Kid?
Hey. Oh my gosh. No, we're not doing that. That's for the comic readings.
Aqualad, you know, he's a little demon too.
He is. That's true.
All right, mine. It's a book. I'm actually kind of looking forward to reading because this book, just because of its name and the cover, and like it gets crapped on because of the show that was on Netflix. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, it's a lot better than people give it credit for because it's nothing like the Netflix show. In the sense, it has they keep the look of one of the main characters. And I can scroll down.
Is it who I'm thinking of?
Yes.
What's her name?
Jet looks the same, but they actually changed her costume in the costume here. It's kind of back to what it was in the anime a little bit. So she's got the fishnet. She's got the fishnets on. She's showing the midriff and all that stuff. They actually really they've learned in as far as mistakes from the Netflix show, but
does the interior match the cover though?
The interior is better than this. It's not like it's not like you're holy crap, I'm getting like Red Sonja or or Dan Mora or anything like that. You're not. It's better than I say John Carter #1.
Okay. Yeah, I remember John Carter was.
Yeah, that was Steven Universe crap.
Yeah, that was
weird. The art, like I said, the art wasn't really my liking at first. The first 2 issues, but the second issue, I was reading through it. I didn't notice the art anymore. I noticed I was more engrossed with the story, and it felt like a classic, Cowboy Bebop kind of story. Now, I'm sure there are people who are saying the Puritans are like, oh, anything that has kind of copies Jet being black, like Netflix show. Nope, done with it. read the book before you actually judge the cover. As I say, don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. Jet was actually, honestly, the Netflix show, Jet was probably the best part.
Iron's in here so far. Iron's still in here.
Nice.
And this is another original story. They're going after this former syndicate guy who basically his vest allows him to have the probability, basically domino luck. Always have good luck because he wears his vest he created, and the syndicate wants his vest. So and there's like an $80 million reward because he's robbed this casino in the first issue was a casino being robbed, and then her gun jamming and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's basically like the right take to, and I love that they keep the thing with Jet. He's constantly hungry. He's like Jet. Jet yells at the main character, Spike. He says like, Spike, if you check that refrigerator one more time, he's like, I don't care how many times you check the refrigerator. There's no food in there. You've checked it like 4 times now. 5th time's not gonna make it. Just spontaneously appear in there. It's like
that sounds pretty in character because I remember Jet is kind of like the den mom of the team.
And I love it. It's like and Spike's like, wait, you had this guy in your sights and you lost him, and it's like and he's like he's like I can't do work anymore today. I was like I just want to eat food. I need some noodles and maybe a beer or two. It's like, and Jet's like, unless we get out there, you're not gonna have eat or drink ever again. And he's like, I hate you. It's like so the last issue they went to this moon, and the air on there is the atmosphere is different. So basically, it was reported that it was uninhabitable planet because on Mars they restarted the atmosphere, so it's basically like kind of like Earth now, in a sense, where they actually can breathe on there. They were trying to do that on one of these moons, and the government said it failed. What happened was that the government lied. The air on there, it got so messed up when they were doing it. So if you live on there, it's basically you're constantly in a state of highness. You're like,
okay.
So you're basically you're after a couple of hours, you don't care about anything at all. You're basically high as a kite. And so there's people living on there, and that's where this guy fled to, and they're just trying to follow him on there. Like I said, and Spike's still kind of an idiot on this too. There's the bad guys from the syndicate that want to get control of this vest. But like I said,
is this an ongoing or is it a?
It's an ongoing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may have to give it a shot.
It says it's based on the Netflix live adaptation, only in the sense of the fact that Jet's black, and they have Iron, but they don't have what's her name yet.
Radical Ed.
Yeah, don't have Ed yet.
Okay.
No, which I'm kind of glad because Ed kind of gets annoying.
Yeah, Ed works best in small doses.
Yes. And he keeps the sense when I was reading it, like when they show like they're watching the TV with the cowboy western come on, the bounty.
The bounty. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite time of the show.
So they do that here too, and they're like, hey, howdy, folks, and they're like, that bounty now creates to $80 million. They're like, he's like 80 million. It's like, imagine all the noodles I could buy, and it's just like like I said, the humor's still in this, and you still get the action in here too as well. Like I said, I was not a huge fan of the original cartoon anime, but there's certain things I liked from it, which was carried over into the Netflix. Netflix decided to change the main girl,
Faye Valentine. Yeah.
Well, Faye Valentine was majorly changed, overhauled, but it was more like the other one. Julia was changed.
Oh, Julia was changed too.
That's what offended me the most, more than the whole thing.
Faye Valentine was changed a lot.
Yeah,
they made her a knife fighter.
They've kind of resorted her back to being the greedy, kind of using her looks and stuff.
Okay, well, good. Okay, that was gonna be another question of mine. Like, is she still like into girls and
no? There's no mention of her sexuality being with girls and stuff and all. Okay. They do have. She's playing cards with these. Remember 3 guys always pop up in the series, the old guys.
Yeah.
They popped up on this planet where everybody's high, and like so when she cheated on them, they're like the cards are on. She's like, "Ha, that was a great one. You cheated us out of money." They didn't care that they lost. So awesome. Like I said, it's a fun thing. That's my number 5.
Right on. Very cool.
He was written in the Netflix adaptation.
Yeah.
I understand that in the sense like that. Yeah. Even then, the way the anime ended, I was upset with how that ended with Faye and Spike. That really irritated me. So let's go to yours. This is your number.
My number 4.
Yep.
And this is going to be, we're going to keep with DC Comics for a little bit here. This is from everybody's favorite Aussie writer. I sang his praises of Nightwing last week. We'll see if he can get back in my good graces with this series. Dark Knights of Steel, number 6, up on the top row.
Is it the top row?
Top row, all the way to the right. Right after.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was expecting Tom Taylor to be on the bottom.
No, look, Tom Taylor at this point, at best, he's hit or miss for me. Like I said, last week's Nightwing was knocked out of the park. It was awesome. Dark Knights of Steel so far for me has been just kind of after the first couple of issues. He's gone back. He's got his same old tropes that he's going back to, which
is this Flashpoint?
No, this is a separate universe.
No, I mean, is this a story you're gonna have the
no? Well, all of Tom Taylor's Elseworld stories seem to involve an evil Superman of some sort, and so it looks like he's leaning into that here. He's also got Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy being a couple again, because I guess
that's predictable. That's what DC does.
He's also got Wonder Woman and Supergirl being a couple again, so it's double the lesbians. But
that's why I remember like it's in the preview for that. So like always
there are still some fun twists here. Of course, the biggest twist here is Superman and Batman are actually stepbrothers or half brothers, I guess.
Of course they are.
So I actually liked that. I thought it was a pretty interesting little twist there to where they're actually brothers. And there's other.
Is their last name Salvatore?
No.
Does one of them brood all the time?
No.
He does. That's right.
Batman does. But
Vampire Diaries and Combo.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's parts of it that are still pretty fun. Like I said, though, it's kind of gone downhill after issue 2 or 3. It's kind of been getting a little bit boring for me.
Point.
So I'm hoping that this one can bounce back and get me excited about the series again. I think.
How is the interior art on this? Because this is
interior's not bad. It matches the cover. In
good.
That case, yeah, the interior isn't bad at all.
The cover's Dan Mora, so the artist is Yasmin Putri.
There is a Dan Mora, yeah, Yasmin. Hang on 1 second, I just had her name.
Yasmin, it's Putrie.
Putri, yeah, Putri. Yeah, Dan Mora does have a cover, but it's a really good cover. But yeah, Yasmin Putri. I'm trying to find one of her covers.
Well, Dan Mora does the main cover here.
Yeah, Dan Mora.
That's why I was like,
I think he's been doing most of the main covers actually. Okay.
Yeah, of course. So, you got to have great cover art, right?
It's yeah. Here we go. If you look at Dark Knights of Steel, look at issue number 1, the main cover. That's her. That's her art style. It's not terrible. It's not Dan Mora, but it's not terrible.
Here's the 1/25 incentive cover. Why?
Yeah. Why? It's Batman the Knight. It's the Chip Zdarsky boat. But yeah, we'll see if he does better. If he bounces back, if he can pull a recovery and kind of get it back up to speed, I'll be happy as a clam. But I just don't. It's Tom Taylor, so I don't have that much faith in him. Well,
that's what it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
Freaking on full screen because it wouldn't let me go back. I hate that when it pops out like that.
That is my
Muhammad Asrar. That's the green cover right there.
Okay.
Amanda Waller's in this. No.
Yeah, Amanda Waller. There's a Suicide Squad almost in there. King Shark had an appearance. They made Lex Luthor the Joker, but then they called the Joker the Green Man, and he had like a Green Lantern ring. So it's like you just took 3 characters and mashed them all into one. It was that was a weird point. I didn't much care for that. Right. If he would introduce a few more characters, it might be more enjoyable. give us what does this world's Flash look like or Green Lantern, but instead he really just focuses on Batman and Superman.
Alrighty. So my next pick is my number 4 is going to be Detective Comics 1059. Why? Because there's no food in this.
I like the green suits threw me off at first, but now looking at it, I was like, oh, it's the Riddler.
What it was basically, I actually read through this earlier today, and it was actually really good. It's one of it's going to be one of my top 5s or the best books of the week this Thursday. It's a good Riddler story. That's what it is. It's basically Batman versus Riddler. People are doing things, and he doesn't know why. What's the reason? What's going on? Mm-hmm. But the Riddler's also been ever since all these attacks have been happening, disasters. The Riddler's been broadcasting every morning. He basically has a morning show. He does. He takes over the airways and he does riddle stuff, and it's great seeing Batman kind of stumped. Where before during the Joker War, Tinian had him basically he knew exactly how to get to him right away. I like it when Riddler is not a chump. When he's actually not on level with Batman, but he's still a challenge. It's going to take Batman a little bit to figure out what's going on with this.
Yeah,
and I think this story might have been inspired by the whole the Batman movie.
Maybe. Like a lot of stuff you're going to see with Riddler is inspired by the Batman movie.
Which isn't that bad because, like I said, I really enjoyed this for what it was.
You hear
we do find out one of the characters in here actually has a daughter who's a judge, who's actually one of the people in here that Bruce meets. Deb Donovan, she's a journalist, so her daughter is basically in this. It does have unfortunately this is really tainted by the Sina Grace story. That's at the back of this book.
Sorry about that. My headset was.
No, the Sina Grace story at the back of this book.
Oh.
By and it has basically the Gotham Girl story about her. Gotham Girl Interrupted, where she basically finds herself in the middle of a murder situation and where a murder mystery, and she's at the heart of it. And she's got the shaved head style. Is you seeing this?
Not a fan of that. Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, why? Who asked for this? Who is her fan base? Does she even have a fan base for Gotham Girl?
I would
with the crappy rip-off logo of Superman. Yeah, like I said, this was pretty good. The Riddler also is updated in this. He has they weren't really showing in this, but that's inspired by the actual show. He kind of looks like in the movie almost. But I guess
yeah, a little bit.
What he would look like if he had the costume on and everything.
Yeah.
If they would have given him this instead of giving him the what they did before.
Mm-hmm.
I never noticed this. It's camouflage. I don't know why he's wearing camouflage. It's weird in this cover. But no, the update in there is he actually has a goatee. He has a long hair like this, but he has a ginger goatee, and people are saying is that Oliver Queen cosplaying as the Riddler? Like I said, Mariko Tamaki has surprised me. It's one of the writers that I used to read by her and I read stuff by her, and I just I was like, oh, it's the worst writer. It's like and she's turned around since Future State, and actually it surprised me that she can actually write.
Yeah.
And they're letting her write stories. Of course, this has nothing to do with what's going on with the Shadow War.
Mm-hmm.
Which is thankful because I don't need everything to tie into that.
Yeah.
I like having alternate stories. I personally would be fine with just having 2 Batman books, Detective and Batman this and else. But when I say Batman Beyond is not considered Batman. That's a separate, different entity, different character, superhero. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy with these 2, and then having the Sean Gordon Murphy Batman Beyond, Beyond the White Knight, because that actually came out this week too.
Yeah.
That, like I said, every issue of that this looks good, and plus he keeps giving us sneak previews too on his Instagram. So check that out. That Sean Gordon Murphy and Eric Breen. Eric Breen's been huffing paint again.
I know. I saw that.
He's been on this. He's like everyone's better than Mariko Tamaki. He said Trini Howard is better than Mariko Tamaki. I don't know if he's really trolling, or I think maybe he's just broke. I don't know.
Maybe. So I find this reset button.
If I well, I don't know. Like, you hit the reset button, he might just never power back up. He's like his computer. You got to be careful with it. It's getting that age. But yeah, that's my number 4. I do hope you guys do check this out. And if you don't, no, it's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I can only suggest.
There you go.
All right, let's go to your number 3.
All right, my number 3. I'm looking here. I didn't rank these, so I'm trying to say, okay, what am I looking for? What am I actually looking forward to? There was a Sonic the Hedgehog cover, but then I remembered this was coming out. Now you're gonna have to scroll. This one's, I think, all the way down towards the bottom. I don't think there are a ton of people that are looking forward to this one. It's G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, Cobra #1.
Wait, G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe, but it's not the regular G.I. Joe. Not that one. It's a one shot. It's gonna be further down. It's just it's gonna be there. It is right there. Yep, there it is. This is a big one. This is a 96-page book. Well, it says 100 pages in the synopsis. Written by Larry Hama, though. This is just it's a little anthology, bunch of little short stories and various plots of different members of Cobra, the evil terrorist organization that G.I. Joe are sworn enemies of. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this more than the regular ongoing G.I. Joe series. You see right there, the cover is actually really sweet. I like that. It's got all the bad guys. It's got Storm Shadow, Cobra Commander, Zartan, Baroness, Destro.
Michael Eccleston?
Christopher Eccleston.
Eccleston.
We don't talk about that, though.
Although that kind of looks like Patrick Stewart.
We don't talk about, yeah, like a Silver Surfer Patrick Stewart, maybe.
I want Patrick Stewart as Silver Surfer.
No, I don't want that.
Do it.
Make it so. No, I don't. I've sold
myself off that.
No. But yeah, no, this one looks like a lot of fun. Just kind of going through, their various plots and evil schemes. Looks like it could be a lot of fun. I am also reading the regular G.I. Joe book, which is also written by Larry Hama. That one's pretty interesting right now, where G.I. Cobra is actually, they're in the middle of building a casino.
This is 96 pages for $8.
96 pages for $8. So I'm hoping it's Larry Hama writing. He's a pretty good writer when it comes to G.I. Joe.
I love it. It says 100-page comic book collection. There must be 4 pages of ads.
Yeah, must be. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. I've been getting into G.I. Joe a lot recently. G.I. Joe and Sonic the Hedgehog are probably the two.
You know what would be great? If Cobra took over a social media app and just censored people.
Well, that was Twitter, wasn't it?
G.I. Joe.
That's the only Twitter joke I'm going to make tonight. Probably wasn't even that funny. But yeah, G.I. Joe, Cobra. It doesn't say Cobra on the title, on the cover. That's kind of disappointing. I would love it if they yeah, but not all the extra A's like it's being screamed.
Oh,
like
Cobra!
Yeah, exactly.
That would be awesome. In my head from the movie.
I played reruns. I have been watching their YouTube channel where they just do reruns of all the different episodes. Like it's on a loop. And so I was watching those last week or 2 weeks ago. I can still hear everything in my head. So, but yeah, that's my number 3.
All right. Just keep Mariko talking away from food in general. It'll be fine.
Well, you got to eat.
Give her 4 squirrels meals a day. All right. My number 3, which is actually surprisingly at the top here. Can you guess?
The top? It's not Spider-Man #1. Is it Robin #13?
Yeah. I struggle with it because there is 2 books on top I actually liked.
Oh, well, that's a trick question then. You made it sound like there's one. What's the other one?
It's Thor.
Oh, hey. Okay.
My number 3 is Thor, issue number 24. Where can they go with this? With Odin having died in the previous episode, yes, spoiler. But you've had how many weeks to read this? Yeah. And it's legacy number 750. I couldn't pass that up because I love those legacy numbers because they're actually real numbers, right? No,
freaking legacy numbers. God dog it. Hate that.
I said, yeah, in honor of.
You're really selling this one, Vinkman.
I was reading this. Yes, it says here, it's in honor of 750 issues of Thor. Fan favorite creators like Michael J. Straczynski and Walter Simonson return in this oversized issue. Celebrate the long storied history of the God of Thunder with the writers and artists who helped build this legacy. Oliver Kuopel and Straczynski reunite for the story set during their refining Thor saga. So basically, we're going back to Siege with those two, which was great in the early 600 issues.
Yeah, that was a good little
run. Yeah, like Walt Simonson writes and draws an all-new adventure starring his beloved creation, Beta Ray Bill, and then we have Al Ewing coming back with League Arab color Ray, the first time ever since Loki and Asgard. But
what was that? You didn't sound excited.
Then we got Super Team Tom DeFalco and Ron Friends back together with the Enchantress story.
Okay.
It's yeah.
I like that.
And then we just skip over Jason Aaron because no one cares about him. He doesn't know how to write Thor.
I'm so tired of Jason Aaron.
He's the Thor butcher.
He is.
So in part because this is an oversized issue for $9, 74 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why don't we get 96 pages? Oh wait, we're not ready to do.
Yeah. What is this? This is the same price as the Cobra book, but it's about 20 something pages less.
Yeah. Look at all that. Yeah,
you do have some pretty neat covers though.
Yeah. Well, this is the main one. This is the All-Father. Well,
the main one. Yeah. The funeral pyre. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that.
Yeah, that's way too. I don't know why it jumps. That's the thing with this. When they upload photos, some are like huge like that. Other ones are like little baby ones.
Actually, I love the Daniel Warren Johnson variant with Beta Ray Bill and Thor. That's the Dan Jurgens. Yeah, the Dan Jurgens one's really cool with the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, it's waiting for the load.
Yeah.
Here's the SAR variant.
Okay.
Let's get rid of Jurgens.
You can fly, Thor. Why are you on a boat? You can fly.
Yes, Maron. Yeah, Dan Jurgens is writing and drawing the incredible Thor and Balder team up.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not a big fan of
Balder. Never gets any love, and you just skipped over Balder like he was yesterday's news.
He was yesterday's news.
Shut your mouth.
He's like 30 years ago news. Now this is interesting here. Like, what is this? Why do we have a Spider-Man variants?
There's a bunch of Spider-Man variants going on right now for some reason. Maybe
Why?
it's because of the.
Why do I need Spider-Man Thor?
Yeah, that's weird.
Looks gross. Doesn't look great.
Yeah, that looks really weird. I'm not a fan of that. With the webs coming out of the hammer.
Yeah, that too.
That's weird. I'm sorry.
It's just no. Wait, is there no Jane Foster?
No, there's not a Jane Foster. Wow, that's a shocker. Actually, they don't have a Jane Foster.
That's what you can't see. it's gonna be a Jane Foster.
Maybe it's the Clark variant. Maybe.
Yeah, this looks like a King of Black.
No, that's Daniel Warren Johnson. That's his because he did the Beta Ray Bill miniseries.
Oh yeah, the Dark Sword.
Yeah, the Surtur Sword, the Twilight Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet cover. If my LCS has that one, that's the one I'm gonna try to get.
So like I said, the price is high, yeah, but as that mass menace, Spider-Man.
You're getting a lot of stories. There actually is a good amount of talent in here. Yeah, there's some not talented names, but you do look like you're getting a lot of good with it.
Like I said, I'm happy to see that they're actually realizing that Thor is actually a good character, and then maybe should praise him instead of praising the crappy female one knockoff who stole his name.
Female Thor?
Yeah.
You gotta call her female Thor. That's what ticks everybody off on Twitter. You want to start a Twitter fire? Just call her female Thor. Everybody will come after you.
I don't call her female Thor. I just call her Thor, and then here's Odin's son. That's like tick people off. You just call her Thor, and you call him Odin's son.
No. That's what they want you to do, but because they think Thor is the title instead of the.
No, name. I just call her she who steals names and dies of cancer.
Womp womp.
But no, I said it's just kind of cool. It's we're getting 76 pages, at least 74 pages, probably 70 pages. There'd be 4 pages probably I could have, ads in there of books we don't care to read. But
yeah, probably.
Like I said, Straczynski and then Simonson coming back to write some more stuff. I said Dan Jurgens, Tom DeFalco. That's kind of cool. I mean, I love it when you have older writers coming back and you get a chance to write stuff. I hope Simonson does well. Like I said, sometimes when people come back, they don't write as many good stories as they are. But I think a lot of people are just overall picky. Because Claremont's gotten shit on too before. It's like he came back in the 2000s. They're like, oh, his thing was horrible. It's like dude, you should be happy that these guys are coming back at all because look what's out in there now. You're not getting that many good writers.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. And Eric keeps saying yes. I don't know what's wrong with him.
You keep saying the S word.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that one. All right. Yeah, Simonson's up in his he's got to be close.
He's up there. He's up there. He's got to be close to 80, I think, if not older.
Straczynski's probably pushing 62. Or he's saying close to 70.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my number pick for number 3. It was Thor issue number 24, not Spider-Man number 1. Spider-Man crap.
Well, now if we're going, so I'm on number 2. Is that right?
I can see Eric going, yes.
So, yeah. Well, he's probably going to be saying no if it's the new Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. Even though I personally,
just trying to look at the leg on the cover here.
I like John Romita Jr.'s art. It clicks with me. I like it. I know a lot of people don't. I actually like his art.
Jr. When he was copying his dad's art. And somebody else
he's not really being, if all he's doing is copying someone else, he's not really being an artist. If he's just copying someone else.
I don't want him to be an artist.
I like his artwork. I know I'm in the minority there, but
yes.
You should have stayed on Thor number 24 because that's my number 2. You knew there was going to be some overlap. I guarantee you we have the same number 1. I guarantee you. Yeah, no, this is I've been liking Donny Cates' Thor so far. I know Donny Cates rubs some people the wrong way. Some people call him a hack. They say he copies other events. I've been liking his Thor. I like how with most of Donny Cates' books, whether it's Thor or Guardians or Venom, anything that he's really worked on, it all kind of, he has this little Cates cosmic verse that he works within, and he has things that connect. And so I'm looking forward to see how Thor is going to do that, how Hulk is going to do that moving forward. I know there's a little Thor Hulk crossover coming up. I'm kind of curious to see what kind of interconnectedness he has in the works for that. But obviously, like we were saying, this isn't going to just be a Donny Cates book. Of course, you heard Binkman say all the different teams that are going to have little short stories in here. Dan Jurgens, Walter Simonson, Tom DeFalco, Straczynski, all of these guys. Yes, Al Ewing's in there too. I'm going to brush past him. But yeah, all these other guys, I'm kind of curious to see what these little short stories are. I'm excited to see Balder the Brave be mentioned and shown off in a book again. That's going to be really cool.
Who's Balder and why is he brave?
Balder is Thor's older brother.
Toxic masculinity. That's why.
Yeah, brave. Last time I think he was featured prominently in a story was probably back in Siege, if I'm not mistaken. Breen might be able to help me out with that.
That's true. Kate's even writing any of this at all?
I think yeah, he's listed as a writer, so I'm guessing there might be a little opening, maybe when they're Odin's funeral pyre, but I'm guessing he'll have a little something in there just because his name is up there as writer. I mean, you've got all these other names up there, though. I think it's well worth the cost of the price tag for Dan Jurgens and Tom DeFalco and Walter Simonson. But yeah, we're not, and I didn't even mention Jason Aaron.
Featuring remembrances of the Almighty Odin from those who knew him best. Jason Aaron, it's on top.
And I could almost give him credit if it was alphabetical by last name, but it's not. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to it though. Breen, you are correct. Abnett and Lanning's cosmic stuff is far and away better than Cates by far. That's like comparing original Star Wars to
Did you
sequel
hear
Star
me praise
Wars.
Kate's at all in this when I was doing my review?
But
Everyone
I'm
thinks
still look. I know Cates, like I said, he rubs a lot of people the wrong way, but as far as modern writers go, he hasn't really done enough to offend me and drive me away. He's not like Teenie Howard or Vita Ayala.
do you think
Is he a douche in real life? Yeah, probably. But his writing, it's not terrible for me. It entertains me.
the
So
only reason Kate's is interesting because of the fact he's actually doing world building.
yeah,
And nobody else in Marvel is doing that.
yeah, he actually seems to value, at least within his own little universe.
If he didn't have world building, no one would care about him. He'd just be another writer.
Yeah. But like I said, that's my number 2 pick. And I like I said, I guarantee you we have the same number 1. We have to. If we don't, I'm going to spit out this coffee.
Right. Are you looking at my list again this week?
Are you looking at mine? I sent you a picture of mine.
Why did you send me a picture here? I didn't see that
because
list.
You asked me.
Oh. But no. I don't even remember what was on your list.
Okay. Well, I still guarantee you we have the same number 1.
No, my number 2 is actually going to be...
Oh, that's right. You're on 2. That's right.
Yeah. Yes.
Getting ahead of myself.
Number 2 is Berserker, number 8.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I forgot about Berserker there for a minute.
Because Keanu Reeves is awesome, bro.
Yeah, you're breathtaking.
No, you're breathtaking.
Ah, thank you. I'm not going to call you breathtaking.
Welcome, my friend. No, Matt Kinn's writing on this, and I love Keanu Reeves. I'm curious how much Keanu Reeves is writing, or how much I think he's probably more of the script guy.
I think he's got to be. I'm thinking he's probably more of an idea, of an idea man, probably. And then Matt Kent is probably the guy that makes it all work on paper.
I gotta say, I love the fact that we're seeing more of the plot advance, especially the last issue. That the agency that's using him, we found out they are using him. They just want to make more of him.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to die. At this point, he's immortal. He's been alive so long as years, and they figure out once they can figure out where he was born. The guy's like, "We'll make you immortal." I'm thinking like, I don't trust this guy because it just sounds like, yeah, we'll help you as we'll make super soldier. It's the same thing again, and yeah, the gore in this, it's a crossover between like Wolverine, kind of like and like Vandal Savage, kind of like in the sense he's lived so many lives, lived for so long, known all these people, and just like Wolverine, he just grows right back, and I love how the shows on the panel stuff and just the science stuff, and it's just learning more and more about what he is, because as far as we know, his mom prays to some god, and she was blessed with a child. We don't know exactly what god it was. As far as we know, it's just like some ancient god, whatever. What we're led to believe, and he just wants a way to die. Like I said, I'm curious how this is going to end, and I really hope this actually does become like a live TV series with Keanu Reeves. Really cool to see.
He'd have to bulk up a lot, wouldn't he? Isn't he not a huge bulky guy?
He does the John Wick stuff, and I mean, as far as bulking up, you don't decide to bulk up. I mean, the guy looks like Keanu Reeves in this book.
That's true. That's true.
It'd be weird to have somebody else play the role, and like it's written by Keanu Reeves.
That's true. It would be weird, yeah.
But like I said, like as people are like, well, Keanu Reeves is getting old. I don't think he'll be able to do it at all. It's like, dude,
if Harrison Ford can still go around as Indiana Jones, Keanu Reeves can certainly. I mean, shoot, they're doing a John Wick 4, aren't they? 4 or 5?
Oh, of course, yeah. I got wrapped with the series.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he's.
I just hope they don't use their mirror room again in the hotel.
He's young compared to Harrison Ford. We're all young compared to Harrison Ford. I think even Eric Breen is.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford's up in his 80s, I think. He's up there.
He's either late 70s or just the early 80s.
70s or 80s, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Too old to have a pilot's license.
Like I said, Bill Murray and them is like he's 75, and Dan Aykroyd's getting up there at age 2. Those guys. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys, if you haven't checked it out, it's actually been a really fun book. I mean, they send them missions just to do things. Look at this. Like, just punch the guy right in the skull.
Gnarly. God. Wow. The eyeball and everything. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Not too excited about this cover. I don't know who's getting this cover. It is weird. You want to see a naked Keanu Reeves?
Oh
Go
God,
ahead.
please
Look at
no.
Egyptian Keanu Reeves' face right here. Look at that. No,
Don't like that. Don't like that. Thank you.
For the ladies, naked Keanu Reeves on the rock, touching a scarab. He was a sex god, right? All right. But yeah, I think there might be some foil covers. I mean, there's another one coming up next month. Actually, no, 2 months from now, in June. And the end of June is the next issue. But like I said, I mean, I hope that this series does well, and I hope it ends well. I mean, it's not Scott Snyder writing it, so it'll probably end well. That's for you, Skip. So yeah, Scott Snyder. All right. So that was my number 2. Okay. We'll move on. We'll go to your number 2 now.
Okay. No, I did my number 2.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
I started.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah,
I also hate that you put me in a position where I had to say I did my number 2. I hate that you put me in that position.
I didn't tell you to do anything.
That's gross. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, let me count down before I reveal my number 1, and I tell you we have the same one. Number 5 is Justice League. Number 75, Death of the Justice League. I'm gonna save money each month after this series comes to an end. After that, we have Dark Knights of Steel, number 6. Number 3 is G.I. Joe Cobra. One shot, basically. Number 2 is Thor, number 24. 24! And my number 1 pick is by Mr. Sean Gordon Murphy. Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 2.
I might as well just count up mine too as well then. Number 5 was Cowboy. Wow. About number 3. Number 4 is Detective Comics 1059. Thor was number 24 was number 3. 2 was Berserker, number 8. And yes, Sean Gordon Murphy. Yes, it's Beyond the White Knight. That is my number 1 as well. Because it's so damn good. Everything you see on this, and like the cover is the interior art as well too. The Terry McGinnis story going on here with the Derek Powers. Harley Quinn's involved in this, and what's that? Yes, the Joker is back, but not in the way you think. Won't say any more about that, but I'm excited to read this and continue on. I love the cover here. It just shows like former mentor and former vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
It shows them down there before in the costumes. Even the alternate costume here. I mean, I'm getting both these covers. I love
both of them. I mean, they're both Sean Gordon Murphy covers.
I've learned that his covers, no matter what especially I started doing this with the Harley Quinn series he did, or his wife was writing. But I was getting both covers because both covers were just awesome. I mean, we got Dick Grayson in the costume down there, and we got Terry McGinnis running away with the costume.
With the Beyond suit, yeah.
Yeah, and the GTO has like become controlled by Derek Powers, and now he runs and operates and I love that's like it's the whole series is like Bruce gets out and he's like, holy crap, what the hell got to Gotham? Now it's like cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's been a while since he's gone in jail. Only reason he broke up because somebody went to Batcave and stole the suit. And he was actually let go by Jason Todd. So this whole issue deals with Bruce being on the run, dealing with the Joker, Jack Napier, and then it's Dick Grayson, all that stuff. It's and yeah, it is the ending of this. If you've not seen the leak at all that Sean Gordon Murphy did on his Instagram, the last panel is just gonna blow your mind because it's like, holy crap, I never expected this. And this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But beyond that, yeah, did a little fun there. Beyond that, I read through. I watched this, or I don't watch it, but I read this issue earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, this is it's in the running for the best book of the week, the very best. what can I say about this? The art's great.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, the background, all that stuff. Just the suspense. It's just feel like I feel like a kid again watching Batman Beyond, or watching the Justice League, which I've recently watched the Justice League with a friend. She's never seen it before. The first 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that kind of storytelling that Sean Gordon Murphy is doing in this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, why isn't DC letting this guy do more? Why aren't they letting other people like Jen Jurgens, who can write like this, write? Why do we have to suffer with all this other crap? You know, I just hope that DC realizes that these characters and the way they're being written stuff, this is what the fans want.
Well, I mean, they did give him this whole little pocket Batman universe to work in. Sean Gordon Murphy, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I admit I kind of, fell off the wagon for a little bit. I know he had a Harley Quinn series that he did, which I did not read. I need to go back and find that.
Go read that,
because Harley Quinn, in number 1, Harley Quinn, it's revealed, there's some pretty important character stuff with Harley Quinn. But I mean, I even want to go back and read the original White Knight, or all of those books.
Read White Knight, Curse of White Knight, but then Harley Quinn. That really ties into what's going to happen at the end of this issue.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're gonna be confused if you don't know what's going on. Read the Harley Quinn. That's real. It's oh my. It's like I said. This is like probably the perfect.
This is a great. Yeah, I mean, this is great. A great thing to jump into if you're a Murphy fan. If you're not if you haven't read any of the Murphy books, then this will. If you start reading this, you're going to want to go back and read through, like you said, White Knight, Curse of the White Knight, all those.
This
books.
is the difference between Tom Taylor and Sean Gordon Murphy. Tom Taylor wrote Deceased, but even Deceased had this thing prior to I didn't like about it, But then like he's going to continue his Deceased run with another volume. I'm like, you already solved the problem. How are you going to continue it?
I think that I've been thinking about that. There's 1 or 2 ways they can continue it and keep it going, but yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing what else Sean Gordon Murphy can do, even beyond. See, I can do it too. Even beyond the Batman Beyond. Like, I would love to see if he does like a, I mean, depending on how things go with Dick Grayson in this, I think it'll be really.
This is for Eric Breen, and we all know why you're getting this because it's a White Knight.
I commend you for waiting this long. You did. You waited a good amount of time before you went ahead with the zinger. But yeah, no, this is, like I said, this is worthy. I think it is going to be the best pull of the week, comic book wise. Just looking at what else is out there by comparison.
Like I said, I was looking at my pull list and I was thinking like, wow, I got a lot of DC kind of stuff. I have some indie stuff, but I was like, the books coming out for DC this week, where I'm like, and then versus the Marvel stuff. Yeah. I was just like I said, it's just like night and day. Yes, and that was not a pun intended, but so. This is the difference. The quality of writing, the way storytelling. I just love how certain writers when you're a good writer,
they get it. They just get it.
Bad writer talks crap on Twitter. A good writer shuts the hell up and just writes and proves that, you know what, I don't need to go on Twitter to try and boast my morale, saying, hey, I'm better than all you guys. No, he proves it by actually writing a story that sells better.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yep. I'm just now noticing too how Terry McGinnis's shoes look a lot like Michael J. Fox's from Back to the Future.
Yes, you noticed that too.
I like that. And that's the other thing too. Like with issue number 1, he draws like all these little. They're almost like Easter eggs that it makes you want to pay attention to all the line work and all the panels, because you never know if you're going to miss something. Like even if it's just for fun, like in the first issue, every time someone's shadow is cast on the wall, it's like the alter ego of the person casting that shadow. So like if Bruce Wayne is walking by a wall and you see a shadow, it's going to have the ears. It's going to be Batman. But it's not just with Bruce though. There's other characters that happens to as well. It's really, it's just, you have to pay attention. It's not just, skim through art. You have to pay attention. I love that.
This Thursday, when I show up I'll be showing the book. I'll be showing some of the interiors too. So I mean,
nice.
If you haven't, make sure you try to read it by then. If you haven't, I'm sorry. I just got to stroke the art.
You're on the clock.
Yeah. So. Technically, it came out today. You could have went and bought it today.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
yeah, but this is our number 1. This is, like I said, it's Zach and I don't always agree on books.
No,
But
not really. I'd say half the time, 50-50.
I'm trying to upsell this, okay? You just had to
Sorry.
derail it. Yes. As my guest was saying, we don't always agree on books, but when we do, it just shows you that this comic books can bring us together, and this is the book that'll bring you together with your friends, unless your friend is a heathen and he just hates everything. He's black pilled, I do have to apologize to you. I agree with Brian. There was no reason to besmirch you, young Zachary.
If I'm not being besmirched, it doesn't feel like the Geeky Puppet Show. So somebody's got to bear the weight of being the heel.
All right. So that's our top fives for this week. I'll just quickly scroll over, and then we'll probably end this. Not forever, but until next week. So Saga, which is still going on. Looks like we got another Action Comics, and then
Action Comics I've been hearing is actually really good. I'll probably pick up the trade at some point.
A book that almost made it onto my pull list, I mean, my top 5 is actually The Robin, Continuing the Shadow War. And it actually was a good book. I read it today.
Yeah, I skimmed through it. It's pretty interesting. The main plot point kind of almost made me roll my eyes.
I'm always surprised that the Joker book's still going on with James Gordon trying to capture the Joker.
Yeah.
Punchline is on there too. Guest appearance.
Hey, remember when Punchline #1 was selling like gangbusters? People thought she was going to be everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Something's Killing the Children still going on. That's from Boom Studios.
Stop killing the children.
Well, something is. We don't know what it is, but Punisher #2 is coming out this week as well. For those who picked up the first one, are excited for the second one. Well, guess what? He threw his vest on the ground. He said, "Screw you guys." Swamp Thing #12. I think Undead Quinn. Is that you've been reading? Are you excited to read?
Oh yeah, he mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah, that's coming out. Aliens still going on at Marvel. What the heck?
Oh God, I forgot about Aliens.
Is it on Earth? What the heck is it?
I think so. I think they did have them come back.
Deathstroke #8 also comes out. It's also part of Shadow War. So wait, is that? Yeah, okay. So that's part 3. I skipped that. Okay, I have to get this on. Yeah. Part 4 is Robin's, and part 3 is Deathstroke. Okay. I read the part 4 and it really didn't miss anything. Not that I know of. Harley Quinn is still going out. Yeah, that's amazing. Rather awesome art there. It's a lot better than the Carnage one to the right. Issue 2 by Dave Mitchell. Sabretooth #3. X-Men nobody cares about. Silk is another series. Why? This is probably the worst book of the week. I flipped through this.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about that because I want to keep my face from scowling.
Right. We have Demons #2 comes out as well. That's still a good series. Check it out. The Rogues, I read this as well. I might pick up the first book if it's still there. Get the second book because it's becoming better.
Awesome. That's another one I know Williamson is writing that one too. I might wait for the trade, but it sounds like a really cool story.
Newborn, Chip Zdarsky's with a book from Image Comics #6. Trial of the Amazons #2. Rogue Sun, Aquaman #3, which I just never got. I just didn't read it anymore.
Soon to become Aquaman, since Arthur's dead and all. Since Arthur's going to be dead and all.
Miss Marvel Beyond the Limits. I think that's digital.
I think that's her team-up book. Looks like she's got the Wasp or something.
But it looks like aren't Beyond the Stuff? Isn't that always like digital?
Maybe.
Deep Target. I have to get back into reading that. That was a fun series. Godzilla Power Rangers. Why? #2.
Why not?
Power Rangers Universe. There's Sonic the Hedgehog. Transformers.
Yeah.
On Transformers. We don't kill spiders.
No, we always kill spiders.
Red Sonja #8, which I pretty much dropped from my pull list because it just got horrible. Firefly. Draculina. First 2 books are kind of okay. I don't know if I'm gonna get the third one or not. More Godzilla. British Paranormal Society. Time. Well, I guess that's weird. Time Out of Mind. With Dark Horse, Hell Cop. Why is this still going on? That should be gone too. Unholy Dracula. This is another book that's still going on. I don't know why it's going on too. That's another one. Hotel. Check out that series, the first series, and check out the second series as well. These are fun. Grim Fairy Tales, Harbinger, Usagi Yojimbo.
Usagi Yojimbo. Yeah.
Usagi. You're Usagi Jimbo.
Yep.
Tarot. Yeah, LK's looking for that. Zombie versus robots. The private previews. Dracula's Daughter. That's a book I'll be getting this week too as well, but it's not 72 pages of content for $9.90. All right, Cobra back issue. Hopefully, if it comes out, Ray, do you know if this is coming out or not? Because I've been waiting on this for a while, and it doesn't feel like it's. I haven't seen it come out yet. I think it keeps getting pushed back to the next week, or next month. The Regulators, the Blue Baron binge book. Oh, and I think that's it. Yeah, and then he said, what did he say? I'm waiting for someone to name their comic pretentious as comic book story. Yeah. No, they should have ended up to just like, this will be propitious or propitious. All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, guys. That's going to be it for our show here.
Come back on Thursday after we've gotten our books and read through them, and we'll tell you which ones were great and which ones sucked.
Right.
And then also you can come back tomorrow night, Wednesday, where are y'all reviewing anything? I know we're doing Moon Knight tomorrow. We'll be reviewing the new episode of Moon Knight. Do y'all have any other shows?
The puppets will be reviewing their normal shows.
The puppets,
Lois, right. I believe. They also got Naomi and the Flash.
Yeah, so come back here tomorrow night. You can catch the puppets review, the CW shows, and then I'll be here with the puppets, sacrificing my sanity. Much like Moon Knight sacrifices his sanity.
There's also Halo, the puppets will be doing on Thursday as well. Either Thursday or Friday, probably Friday. And then expect a reading from Froggy because Palpatine is still out on vacation. He's I'm not sure what he's doing.
Probably roasting in the sun somewhere.
Is he in the desert?
Maybe.
Maybe get trapped with the West Coast Avengers.
I just watched Breaking Bad, so everybody gets dumped in the desert. So that's
he's in a barrel somewhere.
You're right.
So hopefully we'll see him sometime soon. And then yeah, that's pretty much what's going on this week.
There we go.
And we'll see you guys for Thursday. I'm not sure. Did we decide what we're doing for Thursday? For the
preview. For the retrospect. Yeah, no, I thought we were reading some Superman books. Breen had recommended some. He said Superman 424, Action Comics 584, and John Byrne's Superman #1.
What he said.
Yeah, we'll be going over those 3 issues. I actually have the Action Comics ones. I actually have the floppy of that. That's the Superman versus the Teen Titans one.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll be talking about those. We'll be going over those Thursday night. We've kind of been on a Superman kick. After that, I think we had mentioned the Moon Knight 4-issue miniseries or the Surtur saga for Thor.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably down the road we'll probably have those as well.
Possible guest star. Oh, I think.
Oh, with him, with Breen.
I think so. I think he's showing up. I'm not sure. Well, it depends what time we do it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We'd want to have somebody who was there when it was released. So
he was there when it was written. He was leaning on the shoulder. He's like, "Vern, you gotta do this next.
You gotta do this. You gotta do this, Rock.
No.
You gotta go after him.
You got it wrong.
Okay.
But anyway, I guess besides him.
Oh, besides him. Okay, well, that would be a surprise for me too.
Yeah. Maybe he's bringing Jerry along.
Maybe.
All right. So that's our show. Hope you guys stay tuned for this week. And just, if you haven't already, click like on this stream. Also, leave a comment down below as far as what books you're excited about are coming out this week.
Yeah.
Maybe disagree with our poll list. Tell us why we're wrong, why our books suck, why we should never read these books. Let us know because it helps our algorithm, helps us the channel be spread out. and just share to everybody else. Also, if you haven't clicked the notification bell, do so now, and then you'll get all our notified when we go live throughout the week. And yeah, that's all I got here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you later. Remember, stay geeky. Oh wait, that's on our channel. That's Joe's Geek Show.
That's not us. Yeah, that's somebody else. No, y'all have a